Hi, hello. This time I'm going to show you this knot, very usual in simple knot in macrame, that makes this up effect. Now there are other knots with up effects. This is another one with a small up effect. It's not so big as this one, but actually it is very interesting. It has a sharp side here and then it goes very smooth to the other side. The backs are the backs, of course, and the side, you see this side and this side. So this one has two sharp sides and this one has one cliff side, one cliff sharp side in one side, and then it's very smooth in the other. Very interesting. Now these knots probably they are from the same age, they are very old knots, but this one perhaps it was lucky. I think that I have my theory why some knots are almost not seen in macrame today and other knots are very usual. My theory is that these knots were several, there were several knots of this type in the same time, the time of the clippers, of the big sail boats, and they were used much in that time, so it was the climax time for this type of work, the macrame. And perhaps this one was lucky to be included and promoted in some books or in some traditions or in some places, and that's it. This one survived and this one is almost unknown, but here we are to bring it back again to light. So I'm going to do this one just for us to see and make a comparison, making a comparison with this one, because there are some parts that are of course very near and some parts that are not so near. So this one has to be made with a minimum of 1, 2, 3. It's the minimum for making this effect. And then we pass these ones in here in the middle, and we have left a space between these knots up and these knots down. So we have a space here so that we can insert it. Perhaps this space is a little too big. There is no need to be such a big space, but it doesn't matter. So we just pass it and then we curl it. So this knot is actually very simple and very interesting. Now it is a good idea when we come here that this makes a perfect crossing here, this one and this one. So we make now a knot here, and this knot will keep everything in place. It's a good idea to bring it like this, you see, to put it there, exactly there. So this is under this one, not like this but under, so it comes really under. I have to make a little force and that's it. This effect is made. It's very easy effect, everybody knows how to do this. It's the ABC of macrame. Here we are, and here we have it. So the thing is that this is very up, right? It's a very up effect. It's too much up, I think. Although, of course, for some effects it is interesting, this one. And this one is just a little up. Perhaps too little up. But for some effects this is very good. And for some effects this is very good. So the thing is that we must have options, all right? We must have many knots to use. So it is one more strategy for our creations, and it is very interesting to bring this knot back again. So let's do it. It's very easy, there is nothing to this. It is a good idea, although, to maintain this we have to have attention. When this loop is to this side, we have to do this loop to this side. Not good idea to make this loop on this side near this one. It will make an imbalance to the knots. So here be careful with this movement, because this movement, bring it, you saw when we do force up, there is a tendency to come to the face, and that can be very, very dangerous. So you saw, be careful with this movement. You have to be really careful. Careful is making force not like this but like this, and be sure that no one is on that side. So be always careful, because this is too tight. This is very tight in here. Makes a considerable force. Alright, let's do it. Oh, alright. So now we have to undo the knot. Alright, so here we are. Going to do it again here, just to give it more force. No, it is okay, there is no need. Alright, so let's take this one out of the way. So in that one we cross this middle from one side to the other, but in this no, we just make a parallel here, you see, and we just make a loop here. So the concept is a little different. You see it? So we have it a loop but in a parallel. Here we have it. And this one also, of course. And here we go. So it's pulling, and here we have it. So now we have to make force here again, because this has a tendency to undo this underknot. So what we do now, instead of making this one, we can pass it to the middle already, because this one is going to stay in the middle. So instead of making in here, we make the knot in here, the next knot. So as I've explained you, we have a knot to this side, but this loop is to that side, so we have to make another knot to this side, so we have the loop to the opposite side. So making this one first, and here we have it. Alright, so here it is, the usual square knot, and that's it. All you have to do now is to pull the slack of this. So we bring it up, because it is more easy to pull. We hold it with the finger and we pull it. Easy and plain. Here we have, here we have, here we have, and here we have. It's a good idea to have it the same. This seems a little more up, so pull it a little more. And that's it. Now we have to bring it into position. and now make a knot. Now the knot, we have a loop here and we have to make a loop in the same side, so this one is first. Alright, make sure that the knot is in position, and here it is. Nothing more simple. This is also very simple, very fast also to do. And as I said, well, it's a different effect, a small different effect, a small up effect. It can be very much useful for our macrame creations. And so you see we have a certain style because we have one loop here, one loop in the middle, and one loop here. And here we have one loop, two diagonals, and then the same loop. So this loop comes with this loop as a pair of loops the same side, and this as a tree of loops to this side. And that's it. I hope you have enjoyed this knot, because this knot in fact is very interesting. Very interesting knot. Very good. Makes an excellent effect. Up effect. And that's it. That's it. That's all for today and for now. And I hope you have enjoyed much this knot. I am a fan of this knot also, of course. Because that we can, you see, you can make it to stay more perfect. You can always make it more perfect. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.